I'm John Krontiras. I own Nabil's restaurant in Homewood.
My favorite.
That's fantastic. And, we've been there this coming June will be 21 years, which is, a big accomplishment to be in the restaurant business. And, used to be an executive with a local international company in marketing and information technology. And lost my job after 25 plus years, and by default I got involved in the restaurant business.
I'm Allison Cornelius, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Greater Birmingham Humane Society. And we kind of came together. I owned a consulting firm, Blackfish Consulting, and I trained governors of states. And governors of states, about half the nation's governors. And I did a lot of training of boards of directors of not-for-profit organizations. And last year I was working with the Humane Society as a consultant, getting ready to do a big arrangement with Auburn University School of Veterinary Medicine, and ended up becoming their interim director. But this last January 22nd, I became their Chief Executive Officer.
Well, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm curious.
So in a way, it's kind of similar, from one field to another you went.
So similar. I went from training executives to, I guess, now working with animals. Not a whole lot of difference sometimes. Now I'm curious about something. So 25 years as an executive, why the restaurant? I mean, you could have probably chosen anything you wanted. Why a restaurant?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think anybody in all these years have asked me that question, so I don't know.
Or you could have chosen banking or real estate.
Oh, okay. I know. Well, there was a big lawsuit, and there was involved in a non-compete kind of agreements. So during that time and during the trial, it just came, like I said before, like a default to be involved in the restaurant business. And the way it happened, my wife, she's Italian, I'm Greek, and she used to go to that place that it was owned by Middle Eastern people, buy olives and cheese and things that we were accustomed. I was born in Greece, she was born in Italy, accustomed to be eating when we were growing up. And one day, the guy saw her and said, "Hey, I heard your husband lost your job. You interested to get this place?" I mean, just joking, half being serious. And then a few days later, we were behind the counter.
Were you guys always good chefs or cooks?
No.
Well, you are now. you are definitely now, because we go in there all the time.
No, I don't claim to be, a chef of any kind like that. But it's easy to learn.
Well,
cookbooks, recipes from families, when you have a mixture of Greeks and Italians, that's the best.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So,
the French might argue with you, but I have cookbooks.
Yeah, but
recipes.
we taught the French how to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all were first.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. The Humane Society has always been a shelter that adopted animals out. And then this past January with this Auburn partnership, to give you an idea of the growth we've had, this past September we had a $1.9 million budget and about 30 employees. And as of today we have almost a $5 million budget and 70 employees.
Wow.
Because we've...
Since you got there?
Since I got there. And that's either good or bad, we don't know yet. But we went from just adoptions to now we handle animal control. So we pick up strays and we hold animals that have been involved in abuse or neglect, a crime. And we control animal populations around the city or help with that by doing animal control officers. And now we have the shelter and we have a veterinary clinic in Hoover, so that all our animals get state-of-the-art.
So taking care of them?
That's right. So they get state-of-the-art vet care with Dr. Cash, our veterinarian, who has his own practice there. But I have yet to be able to figure out how to get our dogs and cats into Nabil's, which I know they would want to do.
Well, you can sit outside.
I can sit outside, that's true. Because I know this is Sunny, who was one of the very first dogs we took into animal control. She is pretty scarred up from abuse, and she loves hummus dip.
She loves hummus.
She loves hummus. She eats a lot of, more hummus than she ought to. She
All right.
climbed up on the counter and got some pita bread and hummus about a week ago, and she ate the entire container.
Well, that's great.
So it's been great. So let me ask you this. So are you going to give me your recipes?
Yeah, I'll give you.
Because you said earlier all you need is a cookbook and a recipe, and
Well,
I can't.
not exactly like this. I mean, you gotta go into a lot of processes to, to try it and taste it and see how it comes out. And, finally, after, because everything will hard work. If you work hard, you will succeed.
Well, I have yet to master it. I have 5 very skinny children because I've tried to cook many times. I've practiced and practiced. It doesn't ever seem to work out for me. It must be a gift for some. I have a beautiful kitchen. I just can't cook.
Okay.
So,
Maybe you can start trying.
Now, you told me you had Boykin Spaniel, so tell me about your dogs.
Yeah, I got my dog about 15 years ago, I think, 14, 15 years ago. I got it from Montgomery. Yeah.
Now you got 1 or 2?
1. Boy.
What's his name?
His name is Coco.
Coco?
K-O-K-O, not C-O-C-O.
Maybe after Coco Mackin. Maybe
Yeah.
named after Coco Mackin. He's a great person.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be bad.
But, he's not in good health. He's got a problem. He cannot see. He has a lot of allergies. And his ears, he cannot hear. So, he's 15 years old, which is kind of amazing that, a dog can be, a boy can be that old.
Now, what do you love most about Birmingham?
What I do, huh?
What do you love most about Birmingham? About the city of Birmingham?
The quietness, the way the city is, to some extent reminds me of my, because it's small, of my city when I grew up in Greece. And, it's something that a lot of people do not know about Birmingham. It's like I said, best kept secret.
I agree. When I fly in sometimes, I always love flying back home. I'll be flying out today and flying back Thursday because that's what I love is the valley and the mountains, and I love the people. I've always loved the people. I had an opportunity to move several times, and I love the diversity of our community. I love to see this growth that we're having recently.
Oh, absolutely, the growth, that's unbelievable.
And the way
You originally from Birmingham?
I was born in Inglenook, over by the airport.
Okay.
And now that area hasn't experienced, yes, a resurgence, and that would be part of what I don't like about Birmingham is we still have a lot of areas where people live in very difficult conditions, but I wish I could see all those houses raised and those people have brand new houses. Even our animal control facilities over in Woodlawn, and it's really hard to go through that community and see those houses and those people. They live very, very poor.
Well, being here, like I was saying, since 1972, you've seen a tremendous change in Birmingham from all over the place, in different fields, different businesses. The city is getting, a lot of recognition around the world. So, and then, like I was saying, got involved in the restaurant, but I couldn't stay away from being, mixing with executives, and I've served for the Board of Zoning in Homewood and also the Planning Commission for many years. I'm not there now, and I serve on several boards. So, my son runs a business. I turn everything over to him. He's the owner now. So it leaves me a free time to go do different things. In the afternoon, sometimes I leave and I go and visit some of my great friends, and we sit around and we philosophize and we argue and yell and scream, and we talk about sports and, have a great time.
Who's your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports is soccer.
Soccer, oh yeah. Well, I was telling you when we got here earlier, I'm wearing Auburn colors because we're partnering with Auburn.
What is Auburn?
Auburn University. How could you live here and not know what is Auburn? Auburn, Alabama.
It's a university?
Yeah, Auburn is a university.
You're kidding.
I'm serious as a heart attack. You must be an
I thought there
Alabama
was
fan.
only one university in Alabama.
There is only one university. You see how I snuck in this red houndstooth collar? Look, because I'm so superstitious.
There you
about-
go. Oh, I'm so
Yes.
glad that you did
So,
it.
I mean, I've got the Auburn on because I want to make sure.
But then in a smaller degree, you got the Alabama.
And my 8 Alabama earrings. I just snuck them in because I'm so terrified.
Okay, so not only your family is over.
No, none of my family's Auburn, but I love Auburn right now, War Eagle, because of this partnership. And I love Dean Johnson. But I'm still an Alabama girl.
No, you know, I always, I mean, I love Auburn. I'm not one of those people that is, you know, that we start over and destroys and they lose the game. I'm not like that.
Oh, yeah, really?
As a matter of fact.
Well, now, wait a minute, soccer fans, you say you're not like that, but who's your favorite soccer team?
In the world or in Greece?
So when they're playing somebody, I bet you get just as crazy.
Yeah.
See, who's the rival? Who's their biggest rival?
Oh, there's another Greek team,
Which Greek team are you?
Olympiacos.
And who's the other one?
It's Panathinaikos.
I'm never gonna be able to say that. Do you like that other team?
No.
See?
I mean, I like it, but when Panathinaikos is playing some other team,
Well, that's how
I'm not saying I wish they lose, man, I hope they lose, you know, I'm not that way.
Well, I feel the same way. As long as we're not playing Auburn, I'm for Auburn. Sometimes.
Yeah. When Auburn was playing for national championship a couple of years ago,
That's right.
everybody was against it, the Alabama fans were against it, I was not. You know, I hope that Auburn had won, and Auburn won.
Yeah, now I have to say I'm not that rabid. Slightly, but not that bad. I'm proud when any Alabama team wins, but you see how superstitious I am.
Yeah.
But now, what's the simple way of saying the Greek team you like? What's the simple way of calling them? That I can't pronounce what you
Well, you
said.
can if you try. You see, one of the problem is that here in the United States, you know, we don't try to speak other
I
languages.
might could.
Say Oli
Ole
Biakos.
biakos.
Yeah, say that again.
Ole biakos.
There you go.
And you can say roll tide.
Roll Tide.
So, what do you least like about Birmingham right now? What's something you feel like is going poorly that we need to work on in the city?
God, what are you asking that question?
Well, I'm trying to be controversial. You're promoting, it makes an interesting video. You used to run a radio show, you know that.
Yeah. I don't know, you know, that's, let me ask you that question.
Wow. There's so many positive things going on. I think that probably continuing to work on education. Trying to figure out how we can get the
Well, I think that's,
public
you know,
education.
Jefferson County has the best probably schooling system.
I mean, I think there's good systems in it. You know, we look at Homewood and Mount Vestavia, and because the people that live there have more resources, I think. But I think we could do some work on some of the county and the city schools. They're making progress, but that's probably my heart, is to see kids be able to have a great education no matter where they live.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that, you know, that'll be, you know, the best thing.
And governments work together. You know, all these, we have so many different municipalities. It would be nice to see them be able to work together. I think they're making some progress as well. I'd like my water bill to go down.
Oh, the water bill, oh, I love that. I got a big water bill. I mean, I'm talking about a big water bill.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
So I would kind of like to see that. Look, this dog's getting very attached to you, so you may be like adopting
Who
this
wants to be
dog.
adopted, huh?
And maybe, that's what I'm saying, this dog may be the
Yeah,
Nabil
what's the
dog.
name again?
Sunny.
Sunny.
She may end up being a Nabil dog. Well, if you adopted her, I get a discount for the rest of the
Oh, yeah.
month. We have a big fashion show that we're getting ready to plan.
Before you do that, at Tea Club?
We'll probably, we thought about doing it at the club because they've had the renovation, and we're actually had a conversation about that, but our big events in February, Jazz Cat Ball, we have a great auxiliary group of ladies that help us unbelievably.
So tell me what they did to this dog.
You know, we think just hit with probably a chain. We have a big problem in Birmingham with people that chain their dogs in the backyard and want to get mad. That's the closest thing, and they hit them with the chain. So I don't really know because I wasn't really there, but we can tell that she got hit pretty
Oh,
badly.
yeah, real bad, yeah.
So she had
How old is she?
Dr. Cash thinks she's probably a couple years old.
Oh?
Maybe a couple years old. She's still kind of young.
That's a shed?
Well, if you're asking me about that for adoption, no. But I'm sure she does shed. But she should be shedding right now. And look, nothing's happening. That's amazing.
Okay.
I know. It must be
Are you a member of any organizations here in Birmingham?
I haven't been because I traveled so much. You know, I traveled almost 3/4 of the year with Blackfish. So this is the first time in the last 2 months I've just been
What do you travel for?
to go train boards. Like I have to leave for Ohio today to go train a whole bunch of nonprofit board members. So, but this is the most I've been home.
Well, you know, you can maybe come and, you know, I'm at the Home Library
Oh,
Foundation.
I've worked with them, yeah, a long time ago. I
Maybe
did,
we can get you to come and tell us how to do
how to
this.
do a better board. Okay, absolutely, I did Vestavia.
To raise money?
Yeah, well,
You can do that?
I probably can if I'm not competing with the Humane Society. But yeah, I probably could help you, yeah. But that's a great library, it probably goes really well for you guys, great library. So, but those are kind of our big events coming up, is we always need donors and we always need
Yeah,
volunteers.
just remember what I was going to tell you before I do.
The same?
Yeah, the same. They are the Greeks, then those want to be like the Greeks.
Well, there are the football teams, and then there are the ones that want to be like the Crimson Tide. What can I say?
That's right.
It's nice to meet you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Very,
maybe,
very.
who knows, maybe something will happen to her.
Who knows? I think she'll get adopted. She's been on Facebook a lot.
Particularly since she likes homos, I mean, you know, she can come over there and bring you out there with your kids and sit outside.
Absolutely. A lot of homies, absolutely. She looks kind of like a little homeless a little bit.
But
But it was
she's
great
a
meeting you.
beautiful dog. Nice,
Thank
very
you.
nice to meet you.
It was great.